What's up, guys? Welcome back to FIU Dynasty. I know it's been a very long time since I last uploaded this. It's been a month, but we are going to be back with uploading these videos on a regular weekly basis. So kind of my schedule, what I'm going to be thinking is I'll upload 2 Madden videos a week and 2 of these a week. And then also, by the way, if you're wondering where all my other gameplay that's not football content is gone, it is all been moved to this channel right there. I'm going to be shouting that out for the next few videos just because, maybe some people subscribe for that and they're wondering where did it all go. It's not gone. I just moved it over to that channel. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe to that channel if you want to see those playthroughs. I'll also be uploading on that channel. I'm thinking every Wednesday and maybe a weekend day. I also upload on that channel as well. So yeah, we're gonna be putting out a lot of content. Enough of all the YouTube stuff. Let's get into this. And here we are sitting at week 8 in 2031, sitting 4. Sorry if you guys can hear that. We're sitting 4 into week 8. It's been a while since I played this. I don't remember who we lost to. We lost to LSU and then we lost to Clemson. But the rest of our schedule is honestly pretty easy. No ranked opponents so far. I mean, maybe Cal could be ranked, or maybe Georgia Tech could be ranked by the time we play them. But right now, it's looking like we're going to have 0 ranked opponents remaining on the schedule. So that hopefully is going to help us. Yeah, we have Virginia now this week. They're sitting 1-5, 0-2 in ACC play. We're 1-1 in ACC play. Kind of a refresher of the draft or the recruiting class. We have Caleb Harris, 4-star quarterback, dual threat. He's got 96 throw power, 84 speed. He's looking like he's going to be the next great quarterback at FIU. Jabari Drake, a 5-star corner with 95 speed, 6'2", 95 excel, 92 change direction, 94 agility, 78 press, 78 moan. Whoa. 79 man, 78 press. And he's the number 4 ranked player in the country, the number 1 ranked corner in this class. Charles Sexton, another 5-star, number 17 ranked in the nation. He's got gold quick drop, silver quick step, 83 run block finesse, 82 pass block, 86 pass block finesse. You can tell he's an agile type. 6'7", 276. He's a big guy. We also have another tackle. This one is Earl Ebron, 4-star, number 349 ranked player in the nation, 19th ranked tackle. Not as good as the other guy. Still a very nice looking player. Still bronze quick step, 83 run block finesse, 83 pass block finesse. And then we have D'Angelo Keith, a 4-star gem. Will Thumper, linebacker, number 258 in the nation. He's got 83 speed, 89 excel, 85 hit power, 80 zone, silver blow up. He's got silver road dog, clear head, bronze fan favorite as his mental abilities. And now we're going after some more guys, some 5-stars, some 5-star gems, which hopefully, with week 10 visit seems like it's going to be pretty important because we have him, the running back. So yeah, this is going to be some pretty important players that we need to get. All right, so updates to the recruiting board. We didn't really change much. We have the correct hard sell on everybody. We're throwing 50 on everybody. We're throwing 50 now to Jay Flavors. Look at him. He's got silver cutter, bronze double dip. He's a 5-star. Number 4 ranked receiver, number 18th ranked player in the nation. So this is a really good receiving class. John Iwa. From Aurora, Colorado. He's got gold hammer, silver workhorse, 90 strength, 84 pounds, 88 hit power, 82 tackling, 6'5", 288. He's a massive guy. Antonio Long, somebody else we're going after. We're also tossing 25 on him. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. He's got 88 speed, 91 excel, 91 change direction, 82 zone coverage. He's not the fastest guy, but he's got gold robber, silver adrenaline for his mental ability, so he looks pretty good. But starting with 1-5 Virginia, on the road. I haven't played this game the same amount of time. I haven't played Madden. We're 99 overall across the board. Virginia's a 61 overall again. I don't think overall is really. You may be like, oh, you should blow this team out by like 35, but it's probably going to be like a kind of close game for some reason. But let's go ahead here and play the moments and jump into this game against Virginia on the road. All right, here we are, home of the Virginia Cavaliers, I want to say they are. They're sitting 1-5. We are sitting 4-2. A loss to this team most likely means no playoffs for us. 3-loss playoff teams are pretty rare unless you win your conference title. But if you go 9-3, there's no way you should make the college football playoff. So a win out, and possibly an ACC title. So you have to probably win out maybe to make the college football playoff. But right now we're just looking to take it one game at a time, starting with the Virginia Cavaliers. All right, starting the game with the ball at the Virginia 10-yard line. Andy Cornell in the backfield. Star quarterback gives it to Mafu Choi. Mafu Choi cuts it right at the middle and a touchdown for FIU. Just immediately touchdown. Love to see it. Redshirt freshman Mafu Choi. Very young running back room. Only one guy that's non-freshman. Fitu Sewell, I believe his name is. There goes Mafu Choi in for the touchdown to get us on the board first. Nice little cut there. Number 0 had no chance of tackling him in the open field. Alert, alert, we're back in Virginia territory. Now at the 16 instead of the 10. You know what, we're going to start it with another handoff to Mafu Choi. This one's only a yard. Alright, we're going to try passing it. We're getting pressured off the edge, and I kind of had to either step up or throw that and just get a yard. But here we go. Third down, and yeah, we got Novak to the left. Ahmed and Coleman to the right. We're going to try to, yeah, it's picked off. Okay. I thought we could fit that in there, and we couldn't. Because sometimes in this game, they just don't even make a play on the ball. I thought that was going to be one of those plays, and he just read it all the way. He's probably going to go cover Choi in the flat and read our eyes and picked it off. So, yeah, I'm still pretty rusty at these games. If you watched last episode, or Jets franchise, you see I started out that game with an interception too, so very great start of this game as well. Alright, we got another third down. So it's 3rd and 8 from the 44. Virginia did nothing with that ball. We're going to float that there to Jalen Coleman, former 5-star receiver with run after the catch. Gets us to the 26. We jump all the way to 4 minutes left in the second quarter. We got a touchdown on that drive, but so did Virginia. So it is 14-7. Yeah, I'm holding the ball way too long. I just got to get the ball out quicker, dude. All right, we're up here for a Virginia field goal. Here to make it a 7-point game. And that kick is up. It splits the uprights. So Virginia cuts it down to 7 points. Make it 17-10 with 2:15 left in the first half. All right, so now we got a 2-minute drill here. 2 timeouts left remaining. Oh, okay, well, that was a really stupid read. That was a really bad read, but we got bailed out by the game there. I was not expecting him to sit there. I thought he was gonna run with the under route there for a second, but it was zone coverage. All right, we're gonna motion Jalen Coleman here on that, and we're sacked immediately. Oh, wow, that no shot of even getting a pass off there. What happened? Look at this. Left tackle just didn't, for some reason, didn't even consider him as rushing the passer, and he went in unblocked. So, yeah, no chance on that play. 2nd down and 19 there. We're going to fire that over the middle to Coleman again. Picks up 10. We're going to go hurry up here a little bit. And there's a flag on the field. We'll see what it is, but we got a deep shot of Josh Ahmed. It's going to be holding. Sick. Yeah, dude. Back to the game, and that's fucking sick, dude. All right, holding literally as soon as I set the ball, by the way. So now it's 3rd and 19. That's fucking sick, dude. Love when the game just from the beginning says nope. And we're going to scramble here with Danny Cornell. Danny Cornell got the first down. What a play. I'm going to call a timeout. I thought the clock wouldn't. I tried to hurry up. So a big run from Danny Cornell gets us in field goal position at least. Now seeing what else we can do. We're going to fire that underneath the Novak. Let's go for a... Okay. I tried going for the hurry up and the game didn't... Alright, so we get no points out of that. Sick. I'm glad the fucking hurry up button really fucking did nothing there. Sick. So we get no points on that. That's awesome. Love this game, dude. This is why I came back for this game, just to get fucked. Alright, back on offense after the last debacle before halftime. At the 14 again. We're going to start with a run to Jalen Long, the 5-star running back, and he just walks in the end zone there to get us on the board. Send early back to 2 scores there, make it 24-10. There we go. Maybe we should just never pass the ball ever. Just run it with our running backs, with our young group of guys there. And Virginia scored again, so it's back to a touchdown lead. Facing a 3rd down and 7 here. There we go, we got him. And our first defensive moment is coming with 11:25 left in the 4th quarter. We're setting the blitz. Can our pass rush get there? It finally does. Turnover on downs for Virginia. That's huge. But now we have the ball back, facing a 3rd and 3. And we're going to hit Cole Novak there. Our star receiver picks up 13 for the first. So it's 3rd and goal from the 3. FIU is still in the game. I don't like that FIU is in the game here. We're going to motion him out to the left here. We're looking. We got Stokes, and he gets in the end zone. Thought he was going to just run past the guy. He decided to throw a little bit of a block, but gets out there and holds on. Touchdown. FIU lead back. Or not back. It's lead 17 now. And here we are with our second defensive moment here. Virginia down by 17. 4th and 15. They kind of have to go for it here to keep this game alive. And he's going to launch a deep one-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete. All right, and we got the ball back. So we're going to start the handout to Kyle Shelley. Look at Kyle Shelley, the freshman. Just tiptoes his way into the end zone there. He could have walked that. That was great blocking from our offensive line. Now the score is making it look more out of hand than it was. Touchdown for another freshman running back, Kyle Shelley. Hasn't really got that much playing time this year, but decided to give him some here. Up big at the end of the game. Kyle Shelley gets in the end zone there on the touchdown. And another defensive moment. Virginia 4th and 9. Games on the line here for them. They're down by 27. So they need miracle of all miracles there. And it's not going to happen because Paul Anthrop's there. And that does it here in ACC play. We move to 2-1 on ACC. Moved to 5-2 on the season. Player of the game was Danny Cornell, 294 passing yards, 69.7 completion percentage, and a pair of touchdowns there. Yeah, started off slow, but second half we put it all together, started to pull away there for the big victory over Virginia. Keep our hopeful playoff hopes alive. Here, looking at the stats, Danny Cornell, 23 of 33, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns. I did throw that pick. That was a bad read on my part. Still had a really good quarterback rating. That might be perfect, 158.4. I don't know if that's perfect. But rushing, not the greatest game rushing, but if you kind of add all those up, it's going to be like a 130. Choi led with 13 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Long, 9 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. But Kyle Shelley had his 1 carry of the game for 16 yards and a touchdown. Receiving wise, it was Jalen Coleman, the sophomore wideout, 7 for 127 and a touchdown. Cole Novak, the senior receiver, 7 for 77. Juwan Stokes with the other touchdown. Blocking, no sacks allowed, even though we did allow a sack from Kane Sakakia. TFLs, 2 for Marcos Moyne, 2 for Paul Anthrop, 2 for Dom Stevens. Look at the sacks, 2 for Anthrop, 2 for Stevens. Half a sack for Elling and Markel Swain. Interceptions from Mike Costanzo. Also had 3 pass deflections, so a really good game from him. Forced home from Taylor Centeno. Did not end up recovering it. And then kicking-wise, Alex Span was a perfect 3 for 3 today. Averill had a punt inside the 20, averaged 59 yards per punt. Really good game from him. And we only returned 4 returns for 54 yards. So that is the stats. Very, very good game. Like I said, we're going to start slow. It's going to look pretty close in the first half, but then the second half, we outscored them 27-7 to get us the 44-17 victory over now 1-6 Virginia. And there we go. We add another 4-star to our board to make it 6 total guys. We had tight end Tyler Snowden from Cincinnati, Ohio. 4-star is now added to our school. We get locked out of Dante Abel. Which I knew we probably weren't going to get him. But we move up to A+ championship contender. We move up from 14 to 13. So there we go. We're moving up back up in the rankings, and now we have another bottom feeder in the ACC with North Carolina 2-5, 0-4 conference play. But again, we can't just outright rule that hey, we're gonna win this game, because you never know, we could lose any given Saturday. Yes, we had Tyler Snowden there, 6'4", 223, tight end, vertical threat, 87 speed. One thing we haven't really had since really the first season is a really good tight end with Dallas Payne. If any of you guys remember that from the first ever season in this dynasty, but hopefully Tyler Snowden could be that guy. We haven't really had a tight end above like an 84 overall or something, so hopefully Snowden could become that. Looking at the other guys, Dion Ali is visiting next week, but it's looking like he should be committing here. 5-star running back, 89 speed, 92 excel, but we'll wait. We'll see if he commits. Tyler Moncrief is visiting Washington this week. Hopefully that visit doesn't go well. If it does go well, he's going to be going to Washington. Dominique James, we could schedule a Week 10 visit, but that will go against Tyler Moncrief. Demetrius, hopefully that visit with Ole Miss goes bad. LaBelle in his top 5, we got locked out down to April, yeah. Eason, still very early in these guys' recruiting cycle now. Alabama's going after him. That's awesome. We get locked out of Jay Flavors there for a little bit for playing time. But, yeah, so looking like we might get some guys and look like we might lose some guys. So let's go ahead. Do this off screen, update you guys on the recruiting board. All right, updates to the recruiting board. We're not really changing anything. We're sending 50 on everybody that we're going after. We're hard selling here on Eric LaBelle. We're hard selling Gamer. We have an A+, a B, and a D+. But Nebraska's going after him right now. It's currently the only, well, Wisconsin is a little bit, but they're far behind. But Cliff Eason, yeah, we're still throwing 50 on these guys. Throwing 50 on John Iowa. Darren Steets is a 4-star gem receiver we scouted. 92 speed, 91 excel, 87 throw power. Usually the gadget guys have like good throw power because you could line them up. They could be like a wild quarterback. He's 6'4", 191. So 6'4", 191, 92 speed, looks pretty good. Antonio Long, we're throwing 50 and 2. We took away our minutes off of Jay Flavors because his thing is playing time, and I'd rather just not, keep putting hours on this guy if he's going to flip between, not having the deal breaker and the deal breaker. So I just figured take those off and put them on Darren Steets. Then we added a bunch of guys here down the board to fill out the targets on our recruiting board. And now we have Week 9 versus North Carolina. They are 0-4 in conference play. They are 2-5 in overall record. We are hosting them at home. They're a 79, so they're not a bad overall. They're actually a decent overall, but they just haven't had a good season so far. But hopefully we can continue our hopeful perfect run for the rest of the season. All right, here we are hosting the North Carolina Tar Heels, the lowly North Carolina Tar Heels, 2-5. But like I said, we can't count any of these teams because you never know. They're going to give us a run for our money in the first half. But all right, quick thing, and let's go. All right, we're starting from the 5-yard line with Mafu Choi in the backfield. He's standing straight up. We're going to give it to him. He's got the Ashton Genty stance. He's going to pick up 3. It's Jalen Long this time in the game, and he's going to walk up right up the middle for the touchdown. Another touchdown for the freshman, 5-star running back. Was he a 5-star? I believe he was a 5-star. And the other 2 guys were 4-star gems. But touchdown, Jalen Long gets us on the board first. Hopefully we can just breeze through this game and not have to worry about this game at all. But you never know. Touchdown, Panthers. All right, I'm glad I said that because now the Tar Heels are at the 20. It's very rare early moment defense. He's got all the time in the world. I don't know why we can't get any pressure on these quarterbacks. Dude, they have all the time in the world. All right, we jump all the way to below the halfway point of the first half. 1st and 10. We're going to hit the outside of Jalen Coleman. Does he have speed? And he does. Corner wasn't quick enough to get him down. It's a touchdown for Jalen Coleman, and there we go. Score is now going to be 21-3 for the true sophomore Jalen Coleman. Corner went in for the run. We threw it out to his side, and Coleman outran the other defender for the score. All right, back with the ball, 3rd and 7. We're going to bowl that over the middle there to Juan Stokes, and he holds on through contact. 1st down. I keep saying Juan or Jawan. I don't know which one it is. We're just calling him Jawan Stokes. But it's 3rd down and 7. Okay, I thought... Okay. Pressure got there a little quick. I thought he was going to keep running, but I don't even know my own routes. All right, we jump all the way to the 4th, where it's 31-12, so an interesting score. We're gonna switch to a pass here. This may be a little bit risky. Throw it out there to Daly. Daly's got space. He's got to run after the catch. So look at Alexander Daly. I believe that's his name, and he's got speed. He's going to outrun the North Carolina defense. Just a play I was expecting, maybe just get the 1st down and survive this drive. It is Alexander Daly. Or Daly? Alexander Daly. A little bit of a natural pick play. Number 40 for Randy, number 1. I was not expecting him to outrun North Carolina defense, though. He gets in the end zone for the score. And yeah, this game's over. But obviously, North Carolina's not going to give up. They're going for it 4th and 10 from their own 36. They're down by 26, so must go for it. He gets pressured by Dom Stevens, launches up one-on-one coverage, and it's intercepted by Mike Costanzo. Mike Costanzo's going to hopefully get a good return and returns it to the 44. There we go. He's got platinum ball hawk, I think it is. So if you throw it one-on-one, you better hope and pray that ball hits the ground, because if it doesn't, it's going to be picked off most likely. Interception from Mike Costanzo, the senior cornerback, makes the play. One-on-one coverage. First interception of the day. Yeah, maybe the ball wasn't placed where he wanted to be because he got hit. Great play defense. All right, we got it. Here, 1st and 10 from the 18. We're going to try a jet pass. Here to Josh Ahmed. They contain that pretty well. Only a gain of 1. Look at Danny Crown. 324 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. And we're facing a 3rd down and 7. You're from the 15. We have Mafu Choi out there. The throw wasn't amazing. I would have liked that a little bit more out there so he could keep that momentum going. But picks up 6, makes it 4th and 1 from the 8. We're going to go for it. Jalen Long checks into the game. Hands off to him, and that play was blown up. I don't know why you're fucking celebrating, dude. You just allowed him to get in the fucking gap. So another must go for it for North Carolina. Sub out my players, please. 4th and long. They're going to try. He has an open spot. Man, he's hit, and it's incomplete. Nice hit. And we're going a little wildcat here. Carlos Boozer. Not Carlos, is it? I don't know. Cameron Boozer. I don't know. It's Boozer. And it's a jet sweep on the outside to Jalen Long. Jalen Long, make this man miss. Makes 2 defenders miss. And is down inside the 4. All right, 3rd and goal from the 7 here. We're going to try something here. We're going to try a keep to Sewell. Yeah, that didn't work at all. All right, so we're going to set up with the field, make it 41-12. There we go. Make that 2 wins on today's episode. And Mafu Choi's mouth is fucking gaping open. Jesus Christ. But there we go. Another player of the game from your senior quarterback, Danny Cornell. 331 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 75.8% completion percentage. So 2 back-to-back player of the game performances there for the senior quarterback. And yeah, this game from start to finish was completely dominated by us. This game wasn't even close. Unlike the Virginia game, this one was never close. Looking at the stats, Cornell, we obviously already saw his, but it's Christian Boozer. So yeah, I gotta start remembering my own players' names. Christian Boozer had 1 completion for 1 yard for 10 yards. Rushing wise, Mafu Choi 14 for 97 and a touchdown. Long 9 for 63 and a touchdown. And then we had Cornell finish with -19 and Sewell with -2. Receiving Jalen Coleman, another strong performance, 7 catches, exactly 100 yards and 2 touchdowns for him. Novak 76 yards receiving as well, and Alexander Daly, only catch of the game, went for 49 yards and a touchdown. Blocking 2 sacks allowed by Kane Sakakia. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Mafi Choi also allowed a sack, I guess. Defensively, 10 tackles from Trevor Elling led the team. 3 TFLs for Joey Sermons, Talia Handy. 2 for Markel Swain, Trevor Elling, Dom Stevens. Sacks, 2 for Dom Stevens, 1 for Swain and Joey Sermons. Interceptions, Costanzo had 1, and so did Lyle Beard. Pass deflections for Centeno, Swain, Sermons, Elling, Duck, Handy. 4 fumbles for Handy. Didn't recover that one as well. But kicking, Alex Bain was perfect on the day. 7 for 7 kicking, punting, 2 touchbacks for Kevin Averill. Not the greatest game, and those are some of the return stats. But there we go. Another blowout victory at the end there. And keeps this stretch of games going. All right, unfortunately, we do have some bad news coming out of that game. Starting true sophomore center Rachel Allers will probably be missing the rest of the regular season. Hopefully, he can come back for maybe our ACC title game if we make it. But he dislocated hip, out for 6 weeks, unfortunately. All right, we're starting to climb up back in the rankings. We move up from 13 to 11. Our championship contender goes down to an A. I don't get how it went. We literally won the game. I don't know how okay. Some of this game doesn't make sense. We do have Dion Ali visiting this week. Tyler Moncrief visiting this week. Cavazos, again, I'm probably butchering that name, visiting this week as well. Cliff Easton were in 4th. We're 1st for Titus James and John Iwa. But yeah, that's the updates there. We get no new recruits. But we're going to finish this episode with Virginia Tech. They are also not doing very good this year, 3-5. If we look at the conference standings here, we are currently, California, Miami, Duke, and Pittsburgh are still undefeated. So we could win out and not even be top 5 in our conference. That's how good the ACC is this year. Clemson's sitting 5-2, so they're still doing pretty good. So we're getting really close to Dion Ali. It's looking like we might not get tied unless this recruiting week goes very well. We could force a recruiting battle, but I don't know if we win. I never win recruiting battle, so don't know how that one go. We're gonna probably lose Dominique James to Georgia. We're gonna hope for a really good week with Cavazos. But yeah, so things not looking good recruiting. Alabama is now going in on Titus James really hard, so that's awesome. But yeah, like I said, I'll do this off screen and I'll update you guys on the recruiting board. All right, updating the recruiting board. Here we are. Hopefully this week 10 visit goes well because we could force recruiting battles with Ole Miss and Washington. I don't know if we're gonna, even if we force one, we're gonna get them, but hopefully we force one and gives us maybe a better chance at getting them. But I scheduled some visits. Eric LaBelle will be visiting week 11 against Louisville. We also have Cliff Eason. I've also scheduled him as well for Louisville, so that week 11 game is going to be pretty big. I scheduled Titus James for week 13 against Georgia Tech, and I'm hoping Deshaun Pugh gets into his top 5, and then we can have him visit alongside Titus James. John Iwa we're still his only offer. We're throwing 50 on him. We're throwing 50 on Darren Steets. Texas Tech's now going in on him. Antonio Long, we're still the only team, or we're still in first place for him. And then we found Cam Shockey, another 4-star gem offensive lineman. Well-rounded, 6'2", 300 pounds. Nobody else is going after him, so let's throw the rest of the points we have on him and offer him a scholarship. So there we go. So those are the updates there to the recruiting board. So hopefully this week we can force a few battles, but I think we should be getting Dion Ali this week. So there we go. We'll be adding another 5-star to our recruiting class. That will be 3 5-stars. Let's go ahead here, take care of Virginia Tech, the Hokies. They are also actually a pretty decent overall 82. But we are the home team. We're climbing up back in the rankings. We're number 11 now. Hopefully have another breeze of a game. All right, we're starting off the game with a defensive drive, which is super rare, or defensive moment. 3rd and 8 for Virginia Tech. They have 2 guys in the backfield. They're going to pass it, though. Quarterback's got time. He's going to look to run. Dude, we just can't get any pressure. There's no way these offensive lines are holding our 90 overall players. Yeah, their best offensive line's an 83. But, like, when I play the games, the defensive line gets zero pressure. But when we send the games, they get 4 sacks a game. I don't get it. But a hands off, and there we go. Paulian throw makes the play. 2nd and 10. They're starting with a run. We're all over that one. Loss of 3. There we go, babe. Makes it a 3rd and 13 now. Come on, defensive line. Let's get some fucking pressure, guys. Come on. This is embarrassing. Oh, they're going to motion. The running back there. He's got time. He's going to launch it one-on-one. Mike Costanzo tried his best to get out of the way, but still knocks it down, and we're going to force this field goal. It is raining, so who knows, but it doesn't affect the CPU at all. It doesn't. It affects the player only, so I'm assuming this is still going to be like a normal kick, yeah. So there we go. The kick is good, and Virginia Tech gets on the board first there with that field goal to make it 3-0. Fans are acting like it's the goddamn end of the world because they scored a field goal in the first quarter. And there we go. We're now at the 6-yard line, just like that. Mafu Choi's in the game. We're going to hand it to him. Mafu Choi. Bounce left. Cuts back up. Picks up a few yards. All right, Jalen Long checks into the game here for this second carry. And Jalen Long can't get in. All right, 3rd and goal. This is a 1-yard. Long one. 3rd and goal. Hand off again, but this time we get in with Jalen Long, the touchdown. There we go, baby. We're on the board first, so these fans can quiet down and stop acting like it's the end of the world because we're down by 3 points in the first quarter. And we're going to be up by 4 points in this 4th quarter. There we go. Great stuff, defense. Or great stuff, offense. Way to go on the board there and just keep pounding the rock. Jalen Long with the touchdown. They give us the lead. But we're facing a 3rd and 9 on this one. So we're going to snap it there. We're going to fire it to Juwan Stokes. Can't come down with it. Looks like he had it and dropped it. That's awesome. And it's 3rd and inches. Keon Stubbs in the game. So you know what that means. We're going to run it right at the middle of Mafu Choi. Look at Mafu Choi break a tackle. Mafu Choi showed off that power. 2nd down 5. We wait. We have Juwan Stokes. Juwan Stokes powers in the end zone. Touchdown, Juwan Stokes. Juwan, whoever you want to call him, it doesn't matter. He's the Juwan. That was stupid. He's the Juan. I don't know. Juwan, whatever you want to call him, Juwan. I'm going to start calling him Juwan. Juwan Stokes gets in the end zone for the score. We go 1st and 10. We're going to pass it. We're going to pass outside there to Cole Novak. Cole Novak, senior wide out. Wide open, easy 1st down. And guess who's in the backfield? Mafu Choi. You know what that means? It's going to be a run. Run to Mafu Choi. Mafu Choi, run him over. They're going to give us the touchdown there. Touchdown FIU. I don't know if they're going to make me redo that or review it and redo it, but it doesn't matter. Touchdown FIU, and this is looking like this could be an ugly game for Virginia Tech if we're going to score every time we get the ball. I might have stretched it there at the end. Touchdown, Mafu Choi. All right, so now Virginia Tech makes it a 1-score game because the game doesn't want to give me any moments. And here we go. It's 3rd and 7. We're going to fire that. Juwan Stokes holds on. That was risky. I thought number 14 was going to pick it off, but he doesn't. But here are facing a 3rd down and 4. Stokes is completely uncovered. But we're not going to throw it to him. We're going to throw it to Jalen Long. Maybe we should have thrown it to him. I thought that, okay. I was hoping he would have stayed with the tight end and be like, oh shit, the tight end's open. But I should have thrown it to Stokes. And we're going to go for it. 4th and 3 from the 18. I don't feel like trying to kick this field goal. So we're going to go for it. And Novak Novak can't hold on. I even tried possession catching it and he didn't. Hold on. Jesus Christ. But alright, defense doesn't allow any points, so it's still an 8-point game here. Mafu Choi's in the game. Start with a give. Mafu Choi, 1st down. A little bit of a weird glitch there, but picks up the 1st. There we go. That's going to conclude the 3rd quarter. We had an 8-point lead. We're in the red zone at the 8-yard line. So this could make it back a 2-score game here if we can capitalize off this field position. Extend our lead to whatever. But here's the playoff rankings, or top 25. We are currently number 11. They're behind other ACC teams like Pittsburgh and Miami and Duke. All right, 2nd and goal. It's a keeper. I think he's going to go with him, and then he just stops. 3rd and goal from the 10. Need to get in the end zone here in this play. 3rd and goal from the, obviously, we could just kick the field goal. Cornell is looking. Cornell's going to take it in himself, and Cornell got close. You know, we're going to make it a 2-score game here. We're going to kick the field goal. I simulated the field goal because I didn't trust myself to make it, but we went for it, got the touchdown, and I got another touchdown, so it's 35-13 now. So now this game is looking like this is the game right here for Virginia Tech, and that's an absolute duck from the quarterback, and that, yeah, thanks for showing me that. Didn't get it with that play, but there we go. But it's 3rd and 5 from the 39. Virginia Tech's not using any of their timeouts right now. We're gonna try to take as much time off the clock here. Snap it with about 1 second left. Even if they do get the ball back, not have enough time. We're going to fire that over the middle. Coleman dropped that one. But now this could be the game here. They got another shot. 4th and 8. Over 4 minutes left in the game. Play action, not falling for that play action. Finds an open receiver, breaks the tackle. Keeps this going. And another 4th down for Virginia Tech. 4th and 18 now. Westbrook's got time, launching it, one-on-one coverage. It's up, and it's tipped, and it's tipped again. Incomplete. That will be the game there. That should be it. And that will do it here in Virginia Tech. It looked like Virginia Tech was going to keep this a close game, but in that 4th quarter, we kind of pulled away there, winning 35-13. Player of the game was Danny Cornell again. Seems like the quarterback wins it every time. But there we go. And we go undefeated in this episode. Great way to end the episode with a nice victory, giving us 7-2, 4-1 in the conference. Looking at the stats, however, Danny Cornell 19 of 28, 269 yards, 67% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns for the senior. Pocket passer, Mafu Choi 19 for 73, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Long 8 carries, 11 yards, touchdown as well. Receiving wise, Cole Novak 8 catches, 105 yards. Stokes with 5 catches for 72 and a touchdown, and Jalen Coleman with 4 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. So it was a 3-man show through the air. Also had 4 drops in total. Sacks allowed, we allowed no sacks. Defensively, 8 tackles for Costanzo led the team. 3 TFLs for Anthrop led the game. 2 for Stevens, 2 for Sway. He's also hurt. Hopefully that's not a long-term injury. Kamani Sparks, the freshman, with the TFL. Rich with the TFL. Joey Sermons with the TFL. Gillikin with the TFL. Sacks for Rich. Dom Stevens, half a sack for Kamani Sparks and Tremaine Gillikin. Interceptions for Alfonso Hazrulau. I'm butchering that 100%. Trevor Elling with the interception as well. Pass deflections, 2 for Costanzo. No interceptions for him today, but 2 pass deflections is a good amount. Alex Span today, perfect on his extra points. And then punting, averaged 42 yards per punt, one's at the 20. And Boozer had averaged 27 yards per kick return. And Jalen Coleman had 2 punt returns for 32 yards. But there we go. We pull off the victory. 35-13 to keep our hopeful ACC title hopes live. Because if we lose any of these, if we lose one more game, no way we're making the ACC title game with the teams that are still undefeated and have 1 loss. So yeah, we have to win out if we want a shot, but again, we can't really control what the other teams do. The only thing we can do is control our games and win out. But who knows? We could see like 3 or 4 ACC teams in the title or in the playoff. Hopefully, we're one of those teams. And unfortunately, it is not a long-term season ending, but it's longer than just missing the game. Markel Swain with a torn labrum out for 4 weeks. We do have very good depth. I will say we have very good depth at edge rusher here. Swain. We have Handy's in 87, Greenlaw's in 81, Lambo's in 84. Rich played. He had a sack last game. Christian Carruthers could even play. All right, we had a good visit week, so hopefully those guys may be committed, maybe force recruiting battle. But the one guy we knew we were going to get no matter what felt like Dion Ali, 5-star running back from Berean, Washington. 5-star gem running back. And edge rusher, 5-star from Spokane, Washington, Tyler Moncrief. And Demetrius Cavazos. So we don't force recruit out. We just straight up get him. So that was a huge game. Add 3 more guys to our board. We also have some guys visiting this week. We also don't get Dominique James. I knew that was going to happen. But that will do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We're going to be back with uploading this in Jets franchise regularly. I also will be uploading on the second channel, maybe once or twice a week. But this channel is going to be the main focus. But if you guys do want to see me play other non-football games, I'll be uploading a video Wednesday on that channel. I'll be uploading episode 2 of my Miles Morales playthrough. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. FIU Dynasty, all three games ended pretty well for us. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time on Jets Franchise Thursday. And I'll see you guys there. Peace.